watch this video that TikTok just gave me a strike to the account, says I heavily edited. I didn't touch the video. I appealed and got striked.
I am going to show a 3 minutes video of Michael Knowles from the Daily Wire, and after that, I'll tell what's that got to do with us Israelis.
We want to get to the headline. The story is that a couple of Muslims threw bombs, IEDs, improvised explosive devices, containers filled with nails and screws and metal and shards that explode and maim people. It's like the main thing that injured and killed our soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq. We now have them on the streets of New York. Muslims threw them into a crowd of conservatives who were protesting Mamdani. That's the story. Here's the headline. This is from, I think, NBC News. Yeah, NBC New York. 2 people in custody after suspicious devices ignited outside New York City mayor's official residence. These people, you just can't. Even I, and I have such a low opinion of the establishment media, even I feel some degree of shock. Even I still have the capacity for indignation reading that headline. What is the image that you have when you hear that headline? 2 people, just 2 people. I'm not going to say what kind of people, just 2 people in custody after suspicious devices ignited outside New York City mayor's official residence. That sounds like this was right-wingers throwing bombs at the mayor who's a Muslim communist. In fact, the story is the exact opposite. Then you get to the subheader. After an anti-Islam protester fired pepper spray at counter-protesters, one of the counter-protesters lit and threw an ignited device toward the protest area. So they can't even, in the subheader, get to the actual story. The actual story being that these Muslims, they don't even say they're Muslims, but they are, that these Muslims threw bombs at conservatives. They have to start out by justifying the Muslims throwing the bomb at the conservative. They have to start out by saying, well, after these conservatives were totally asking for it because the conservatives were gathered outside the mayor's house and one of them fired pepper spray at the counter-protesters. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder if the counter-protesters were, doing anything that might have warranted self-defense and the pepper spray. But even there, they just say, yeah, well, look, the conservatives started it. It's their fault. They fired pepper spray at the counter-protesters. And then one of the counter-protesters lit and threw an ignited device. The way that this is written, it makes it seem as though the poor Muslim was just minding his own business, and then these conservatives jumped out from behind a bush, sprayed pepper spray at him, and then just spontaneously, the Muslim guy, reaching for anything he could, luckily found an improvised explosive device to use in self-defense against the conservatives. Well, look, after these conservatives started this thing, the Muslims threw the bomb that they had in their pocket. Wait, why'd the guy have a bomb?
Luckily.
An unsuccessful fucking terror attacks on Americans by radicalized Muslims. And the media is creating a narrative that doesn't exist, blaming the Americans for the attack.
And you saw just one example of what Israelis are dealing with hundreds of times every fucking week.
Somehow the legacy media in the last 5 years became a propaganda tool for the Islamists. What the fuck is going on?